To celebrate our 80th birthday, Penguin has published 80 Little Black Classic books. We held a competition for students to create original artwork using them as material. The winners have been placed on display in Foyles in central London.
My tutor recommended that I apply and told me there's this amazing project with Penguin books and would I be interested. And I jumped up and down and squealed a bit and said I certainly would. I really wanted to take the covers off and see what would happen if I turned them into a penguin. Whether some of the characters came out from the titles. I was thinking about who these characters were and what they were doing. It's really about how can you read a book without actually reading it so that you can see or just feel what it's about instead.
So it took me about a week, and sadly a lot of tearing up of books. It kind of broke my heart to have to do that. Language is quite an abstract thing anyway, but we get very attached to words and to books. So I wanted to make a hanging mobile. Obviously it's something a bit different, a bit more of an immersive environment. So I wanted to incorporate the world kind of idea, how like Penguin's general history of publishing, like it reaches across different genres and eras, and yeah, makes something that appeals to everybody of any kind of interest.
It's really amazing. It's really cool to be on like such a busy road with so many people. I took a quote from Off Street Piemen by Henry Mayhew, which is a Little Black Classic, and that was what inspired me to create a sculpture. And that was, they take us on a balloon ride over Victorian London to a garden blossom in Japan. I really like combining bronze with other materials, and in this I wanted to combine the books with some of the things that I've used in other sculptures, so the paper with the books and tissue paper and models, things like that.
I was most excited about the idea that each book sort of embodies its own story, and I was interested to see what happens, you know, when you bring those diverse narratives all together, what you can do. I played with arranging and rearranging all the titles, and so then I played with combinations of the titles. There's a rhythmic list that's sort of on the front that's linked through the sort of structure of the words and the sounds as well as meaning. So like you go from poets to banquets to feast to priest, you know, it's such a wonderful combination of words to play with. Once I'd cut the books in half, I'd obviously separated them from their authors, and they weren't autonomous anymore, so they were quite a playful thing to become part of something else. Everybody's putting it on Twitter, and I can see what the public is saying about my work without being present, which is really unusual. At college you only have crits and people are talking to your face and they won't always be honest about what they're seeing.
Installing the work was exciting because we saw so many people as we were lifting the sculptures into the window, looking in. And always there's people walking up and down Charing Cross Road, which is good.
Obviously, yeah, to be in the centre of London, yeah, it's one of the best things, and everybody gets to kind of see it just walking by.
It's a really cool opportunity to have the work in a location like this. For my work, which is all about books, to be connected to a bookshop is much better than it could ever be in a gallery space. So I'm absolutely thrilled. I love it here.